get started with the first part of our presentation, which is part A, where we'll be focusing on MFRS 8 operating segments. In this segment, we'll be diving into 4 key points that have been highlighted for analysis and discussion. These are definition, the shift of decision maker, type of segmental reports, and the key benefit of segmental reporting for users. Let's break each of these down and share our insights. Let's begin by understanding what MFRS 8 operating segments is all about. MFRS 8 requires companies to disclose information that helps users of financial statements evaluate both the nature and financial effects of the business activities a company engages in, as well as the economic environments in which it operates. What makes MFRS 8 unique is that it follows a management approach. This means the information disclosed is based on how the company is internally organized and managed. Specifically, it's based on the internal reports that are regularly reviewed by the Chief Operating Decision Maker or CODM, who uses the reports to assess performance and allocates resources across different segments.
Now let's talk about CODM or Chief Operating Decision Maker. The CODM is the individual or group responsible for assessing how well a company's operating segments are performing and deciding how to allocate resources across them. But here's what's important. It is not about job title, it's about function. The CODM doesn't need to be a CEO, a managing director, or have any specific designation. What matters is their role in strategic and operational decision making, usually based on internal financial reports. So let's dive into real companies to see who acts as their CODM. At Top Global Corporation Berhad, the CODM is likely the executive chairman and senior management because they're the ones actively reviewing the performance of different segments. For Telecommunication Malaysia Berhad or TM, the CODM is likely the group CEO and executive leadership team since they regularly evaluate segments performance like Unify, TM1, and TM Global. So while title may differ, the role is clear. CODM is the decision-making core behind how a business shapes its operation and future.
Next, we will look at the two main types of segmental reports that companies commonly disclose, which are the business segment and the geographical segment. Firstly, a business segment refers to a part of the company that offers a particular product or service or a group of related ones. This segment is identified based on the unique risk and return it faces compared to the other parts of the business. Secondly, we have the geographical segment, which is based on location. These segments reports on operation in different economic environments where the risk and return are influenced by regional factors such as currency, regulation, or market demand. Understanding this segment helps stakeholders evaluate which part of a company perform well and which may need improvement, providing better clarity and transparency. Now, this is an example of a company which uses business segment, while this company uses geographical segments.
In summary, MFRS 8 and MFRS 134 play a vital role in enhancing the transparency, accountability, and usefulness of financial statements for stakeholders. MFRS 8 ensures that users gain insight to the financial performance and risk associated with different business and geographical segments through a management-based reporting approach. This allows better decision-making for investors and analysts. Meanwhile, MFRS 134 facilitates timely and relevant interim financial reporting, capturing significant post-reporting events and enabling performance comparison across periods. Together, these standards contribute significantly to improving financial reporting quality and investor confidence.
Now, let's move on to part B, where we'll be discussing on MFRS 1234, which is interim financial reporting. These are few key areas we'll focus on here. First, definition. Second, significant post-reporting period events and transaction. And third, interim reporting periods, which is current versus comparative analysis. To kick off of our discussion on MFRS 1234, let's start with the definitions. MFRS 134, which is interim financial reporting, refers to preparation of financial reports for a period that is shorter than a full financial year, typically on a quarterly or half-yearly basis. The main purpose of interim financial report is to provide timely and reliable financial information to stakeholders. Importantly, these reports follow the same recognition and measurement principles used in annual financial statements, ensuring consistency and comparability across reporting periods.
Now let's talk about important events that happen after the reporting date but before the financial statements are finalized. These are called post-reporting period events. First, there is the acquisition or sale of a business or subsidiary. Buying a business adds new asset, debts, maybe goodwill. That can increase income and expenses. Selling a part of the business removes asset and might lead to a gain or loss. Either way, it affects profit and cash flow and must be reported. Next is the issuance of buyback of share and bonds. Issuing them brings in money and changes the company's equity or debt. Buying them back uses cash and changes key financial numbers. These events can change the company financial position, so they must be clearly shared in the interim reports.
I will be presenting the interim reporting periods for Tenaga Nasional Berhad, focusing on the comparison between the current and comparative periods. As shown in the table, the current period for TNB's financial statement spans from 1 January 2025 to 31 March 2025. This applies to the statement of profit or loss, cash flows, and changes in equity. Meanwhile, the statement of financial position is reported at 31 March 2025. For the comparison, the previous period covered the same range but for the prior year, which from 1 January 2034 to 31 March 2024, and the financial position as at 31 March 2024. This consistency in reporting periods allows for a clear and meaningful comparative analysis, helping stakeholders assess performance trends and make better informed decisions.
In summary, MFRS 8 and MFRS 134 play a vital role in enhancing the transparency, accountability and usefulness of financial statements for stakeholders. MFRS 8 ensures that users gain insight to the financial performance and risks associated with different business and geographical segments through a management-based reporting approach. This allows better decision-making for investors and analysts. Meanwhile, MFRS 134 facilitates timely and relevant interim financial reporting, capturing significant post-reporting events and enabling performance comparison across periods. Together, these standards contribute significantly to improving financial reporting quality and investor confidence.